Hello everyone. Today we are going to study Module 1's Lektion 1 Hallo of our German book. So before we start off with by understanding the concepts of the book, we must know some basic knowledge. See, this is some basic knowledge. Now, Germany in German language is called Deutschland, and the word German in German is called Deutsch. And we all know that that the capital of Germany is Berlin. So let's proceed further. Now these are the alphabets in German. So see, A is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. A, O, S, Z. So let's discuss a few things. The first thing is that J in German is pronounced as Y. For instance, if I say the word yogurt, so yogurt will be spelled with a J, but we have to pronounce it with a Y. Alright. Secondly, secondly, see if I talk about the alphabet V, so that's pronounced as F. For instance, if I say fatter, so fatter is actually spelled with a V, but it's pronounced with a F. Alright. Similarly with Z as well, Z is pronounced as S. For instance, there is a German preposition zu, which you will learn in the upcoming videos. So, see, it is spelled with a Z, but we are pronouncing it with S. Alright. So, these were a few things which we need to keep in mind. So, let's move further. Now, these are the Begrüßungen or the greetings. So, first greeting we have over here is Hallo, which means hello, almost the same as it is in English. Second is Grüß dich. It is hello or hi. We generally say it in informal cases. For instance, if you're greeting your friend or someone who's of your age, then you'll use Grüß dich. What if we want to greet in a formal way to our elders? Then we'll say Grüß Sie, which is hello or hi formal. If you're meeting someone for the first time, then we use Grüß Sie next. Okay, willkommen. Now it is welcome. Now it is actually used when we want to welcome someone. Okay, like the welcome board that for that purpose. If someone says thank you and you want to say welcome, then you won't use this one. For that you have a different word which we are gonna learn in a couple of minutes. Next, Guten Morgen. That is good morning. Pretty much the same as it is in English. Next, we have Guten Tag, which is good day or good afternoon. Tag is actually day. Next, Guten Abend, which is good evening. Yeah, and then we have is Guten Nacht. Now it is not Guten Nacht. No, we don't have a N over here. Not at all. See, since Nacht is a feminine noun, then you only have Guten Nacht. For now, you can just memorize it just the way it is. Okay, you can't literally translate what is in English to German. There will be some changes. For instance, you have wie geht es dir? That is how are you? Next, bitter. Bitter is please and you're welcome. For instance, someone says thank you to us. Thank you in German is danke, which you're gonna learn further. So then in the reply you can say bitter, which is you're welcome. Okay, next. Or no problem, kind of like that only. Auf Wiedersehen is goodbye informal, which is see you again. This is Cheers. Now see, if you want to say it in an informal case, then you'll say cheers. Now cheers can also be spelled with a single S. That is also acceptable. Then bis bald, bis später, and ciao. See, ciao is an Italian way, but it is also used in German. Next, okay, that is gut auf Wiederhören. Basically, goodbye on phone. Next, thank you is danke. Tut mir leid. That is sorry. Yeah, so these are the greetings at a glance. You can have a look at it. Now, these are the days of the week. Now, the first day we have right here is Montag. So, Monday is Montag. Okay, so see, it's just the same as English. What we're doing is we're replacing day with Tag. Okay, so like Tag in German, it actually means day. Like Guten Tag, which we learned while we were learning the greetings. Next, let's move further. Dienstag, that is Tuesday. Now, another important thing which I would like to tell you is IE in German is pronounced as E. Like Dienst, you will pronounce it as E. Dienstag, which is Tuesday. And for instance, if I take the case of Freitag, so EI is pronounced as I. Freitag. So this trick will help you a lot while you're learning your spellings in German, while pronouncing words. It's pretty helpful. Next, Mittwoch, that is Wednesday. Thursday is Donnerstag. Friday is Freitag. Saturday is Samstag. And Sunday is Sonntag. So you spell it with a double N. So these were the days of the week. Let's move further to the counting. Das Zählen. So see, the counting in German is pretty easy. You just need to memorize till 0 to 20, and for the rest till 100 you have a trick. So see, 0 in German is null. Null. Like you have in computer programming null. So over there null actually means nothing, but in German it means 0. Eins, so see, EI is pronounced as I, right? So eins is 1. Zwei is 2, 3 is drei, vier, fünf, sechs. Now see, IE will be pronounced as E, so sieben. Okay, acht, neun, zehn. Let's move further from 11 to 20. 11 is elf, 12 is wolf with an umlaut. Now see, these, now from 13 till 19, the counting is easy. What you need to do is, see, you'll write first you'll write 3 and then add the word zain, which means 10. So dry sane. 14 will be fierce sane. 15 will be fünf sane. Now see, 16 will not be sechs sane. No, you will not add an s over here. Sieben. No, it will not be sieben sane. Nope. See, it will be sieb sane. Okay. 18 9. Now 20 is Swanzish. Okay, so Z is pronounced as S. So similarly, we'll say Swanzish. Next. Now see, from 21 to 100, the counting is pretty simple. Now 20 we've just learned that is Swanzish. Now in German, the counting is like first, now in English you say the 10th digit and then the ones digit, like 21. But in German, it's the other way around. What you do is, you first you'll say ein, the unit digit, join the two with the und, and then say Swanzish. It won't be eins und Swanzish, nope, it will be ein. This is zwei und Swanzish, drei und Swanzish, 24 is vier und Swanzish, fünf und Swanzish. Now over here you'll write the number as it is. You will not write sek und Swanzish, nope. you will write 26. Okay, in the case of 16, that will be 16, and in the case of 17, that would be 17, not 17. No, that is not correct. Similarly to 27, 28 is 28, 29 is 29, pretty easy, right? And 30 is 30. So now you know the rules, just you need to remember how do we call 20, 30, 40 until 90 in German. So 10 is sane, we all know. 20 is 20. 30 is 30 with the beta sign. Okay, you will put this beta sign. You won't write Z, that is wrong. 40 is 40. Just write ZIG at the back and write the number. Okay. 50 is 50. 60 is 60. Now it won't be 60. Nope. You'll remove the S. See, S doesn't come when you're writing 16. Okay. 16 and 60, S won't come. Similarly, sieben, en won't come in 17 and 70. Okay, so 70 is 70, 80 is 80, 90 is 90, and 100 is 100, or you can also write 100. That is also correct. So how you will say 66? See, first you'll start with the unit digit. You will write 6 und 60. Okay, you will not put a S over here. Nope, you'll start with the unit digit. In the case of 77, you will write 7 und 70. Okay, so these were the German numbers. Now let's talk about a bit of the chapter as well. So now we have learned the basic knowledge. Now in this chapter, you have your personal pronouns, conjugation of Heißen and Sein, a nominative casus or the nominative case, how to frame questions as well. You also have in this chapter. See, these are the personal pronouns. Like you have in English now, I, you, he, she, it. So similar way you have in German also. So see, I in German is ich. You is du. He is er. She in German is sie. It is s, and z, which is you formal. Now you all must be confused between z and z. I'll clarify it in a couple of slides. Now see, I is actually ish is actually a first person. Okay, du is your second person. Zs are third persons because it is some other person whom you are talking about. And z with the s capital, that is you formal, and it is used. This is actually you informal. The case of tum in Hindi. Okay, and this is you formal, which is aap in Hindi. For instance, if you're talking about a friend, then if you're talking with your friend, then you'll say do, and if you're talking with your parents, then you'll probably say z. Okay. Now see, this z is written with the S capital. If it is even written in, if you're even writing it in the middle of the sentence, then also you'll capitalize the S. Okay, like you have I in English, I is always capitalized. Similarly, Z over here, it will be capitalized. If you don't capitalize, then the meaning will change and the sentence will go all wrong. Next, so we is wir, that is your first person. Ihr is you all, like tum sab in Hindi. Z is they. Okay, and this z with the S capital, there is another z which is you all formal. Now you all must be puzzled with the concept of z's. Let me clarify this as well. Okay, now let us understand the concept of four z's. Now see, the first z right here means she. The second one is they. So this one is actually used for singular and this is used for plural. This one, the one with the capital S, is singular and it is you formal. This one, the last one, is plural and it is you all formal. Now see, there is a one big difference, that when you're writing the third Z and the fourth Z, and when it comes in the middle of the sentence, still we will capitalize the S, else the meaning will change. So this helps us to differentiate that the third and fourth Z's are different from the first and second one. But what about the first and second one? Now see, whenever we are writing a pronoun in the sentence, we use it along with the verb to make sense, obviously. So the conjugation of the verb in this Z is different from the one in this Z. So that's how we can differentiate between these four Z's. So I hope you don't get confused between these Z's. Let's move further. Now before we discuss the conjugation of Heißen, I would like to read this text of the book. So as you can see over here, it's written Hallo. So now from the greetings we have learned that Hallo means hello. Now Ich heiße Stefan, wie heißt du? So it means I am called Stefan, how are you called? So wie in German is how. Okay. So let's read further. Now there is another doubt which you all must be having. See, why it is heißer over here with ish and why is it heist with do? This is because the conjugation of heißen differs. So this is the conjugation of heißen. So heißen means to be called. So the conjugation with ish is heißer. Now generally the conjugation with ish has a e ending, so that's how you can memorize that with ish it will be heißer. With do, which means you in formal in English, the conjugation is heist. Now see, with do the conjugation has a st ending, but see, this sign already means double s. So that would be difficult to make the sound of triple s. Heist. We will be Slytherins. So that's why Germans might have kept it like this only, heist. For RZS, the conjugation ends with a T. So simply you remove en and put a T. Next, here it ends with a T also. Now see, with where ZZ. Now where is V, Z with a small s is they, and Z into 2, that is U formal. So the first one is U formal and the second Z is U all formal. So that's why I wrote Z into 2. The conjugation is Heißen. Now with wir, sie, in most of the verbs, the conjugation you will write as it is there in the verb form. Like over here it is Heißen, so you just copy down the verb when wir, sie. It's not there in the case of Sein. Next. Before talking about the conjugation of Sein, let's read the other text. Grüß dich. We know what does it mean. Ich bin Tina. Okay. I am Tina. Wer bist du? So this is also the case of conjugation. Ish is like the conjugation of Sein according to ish is bin, of du it is bist. See, conjugation, it is a little confusing concept. You can think of it as we say she is, you are, I am, similar to that. That is your conjugation. Okay. Now you all must be wondering why it is not we bist du. That won't make sense. It is just the way it is. Where is like who are you? So where means who, and we is how are you called. Okay. And let's read this one as well. Meow meow und ich heiße Mauzi. Okay. So let's read further. So ish, the conjugation is bin. Now do, it is bist. Er sie es is ist. Ihr is Zaid, and wir is sind. It won't be sein. Nope, that is wrong. So let's go through the conjugation once more. Ich bin, du bist, er sie es ist, ihr seid, wir sie sind. Now let's talk about the nominative case. Now in German you have four cases, but in grade 6 you will learn the nominative case and the accusative case. And this chapter is devoted to nominative case. Now it is a case which mainly refers to the subject. Okay. For instance, if I have the sentence Ich heiße Tina. Heiße you all know means I am called. And since we are using ich, the conjugation will be heiße. So see, ish is the subject, Heißen is the verb. Now verb is placed at the second position when we are framing a sentence. Okay. In the question it goes at the first position. But the verb remains at the second position and it gets conjugated according to ish. Okay. Now you all must be thinking that Tina is also the object. No, Tina is the subject as well. Why? Because Ish and Tina are the same person only. No. Ish and Tina they refer to the same person. Let's move further. Now we are going to talk about Frage, which is W questions. Now the questions beginning with W are called Frage. So Frage in German means questions. Okay. So V is how or what, depending upon the use. I'll teach you this. Wo is where and how. Where is who? I forgot this one. Yes. And one is when. So in this chapter, you only have to learn these two. These two. The other two you will learn in the further chapters. Next, where is who? So over here you had the sentence, right? Where bist du? Ich bin Tina. Okay, so where bist du means who are you? And ich bin Tina. So a question could be asked in your test, like you will be given the sentence ich bin Tina or ich bin Eva, and you need to frame the question. So what you'll do is you'll see the verb, and with the verb you'll frame the question. So see, if you're answering with ish, the question must be with do. If you're answering with if your answer is with do, then the question will be with ish. So see, with so bist will be the conjugation with do, and who are you, you'll use the verb where. So where bist du. Now see, if I ask the way where bist du, you cannot answer with ich heiße Eva. No, you have to use the verb which is given in the question. The same verb will be in your answer as well. All right, let's move further. Yes, so we is how. For instance, if I ask wie alt bist du, how old are you? So you will answer with Ich bin 14 Jahre alt. Okay. So this is just a phrase and you need to memorize it the way it is. And Jahre J has to be capitalized because it is a noun, and in German all nouns irrespective of the fact that they are proper nouns or common nouns, they have to be capitalized. Okay. And since we studied in the alphabet section that J is pronounced as Y. Okay, so Jahre will be pronounced with the Y. Okay, next. Wie heißt du? Which is how are you called? Ich heiße Peter. Okay, now see, you cannot answer with Ich bin Peter because in the question the wording goes Ich heiße. So it has to be heist. Okay, now we is also used as what. Now, when do we use what? Now, what is actually used when you're asking about a specific information? Like a specific information is asked or required. So, by spiel, for example, if you're asking someone's name, that is a specific information. So, you'll ask with wie is dein Name? What is your name? My name is Tina. My Name is Tina. Okay. Next, if you're asking someone's telephone number or the mobile number, house, or email address, then you also use V. V is used for specific information. Let's talk about now Ja, Nein Frage. Now, questions beginning with verbs are answered with Ja or Nein. For instance, if I ask a question, can you drive? So, see, it will be either yes or no. You have to answer it with a yes or no. Okay, now in the case of Heißen, how you'll frame the question is, see, Du heißt Stefan. You will frame the question in the normal case. Now the just you'll interchange the position of the pronoun and the verb. Okay. So heißt du Stefan? Are you called Stefan? And when the verb comes in the first position, we will answer it with ja or nein. So ja, ich heiße Stefan. Or you can say nein, ich heiße Peter. Now sein is used in this case. Like for instance, if just frame a sentence, du bist Stefan, interchange the position of the verb and the pronoun. So it will be bist du Stefan, and you'll answer with ja, ich bin Stefan, or you can also answer with nein, ich bin Peter. Okay, so we have discussed almost all of the concepts of the book. Let's read this dialogue. Hallo Ben. Hallo Kamal, wie geht es dir? So wie geht es dir is how are you? So see, you will not answer with ich bin gut, no. You will answer with gut, danke. Okay, that is the way how you're supposed to answer if someone asks you wie geht es dir. In the upcoming chapters, you will learn a better way to answer it. But you will never answer with ich bin gut. That is completely wrong. Danke, gut. You can also say gut, danke, that is also correct. Und dir and you. Now you will not use do over here, nope. See, it is actually acquiring a dative case. Just that you can remember for now that you will use dir. Okay, now we have the sentence wie schreibst du das? So, okay, first we have wie heißt du? Ich heiße Leonie. Wie schreibst du das? How do you spell it? So it will be Leonnie. Let's discuss quickly this dialogue puzzle. So I'll discuss the answers. So first it will be Hallo. Second dialogue will be Grüß dich. The other person is gonna greet. Third dialogue will obviously be Ich heiße Thomas und du. Wie heißt du? Oh, okay, so this should actually be the third dialogue, and this should be the fourth dialogue. That makes sense. Ich heiße Sarah. Wie geht es dir? See, wie geht es dir is also written as wie geht's, but both ways are acceptable. Better you write it as wie geht es dir. Okay, yes. And the fifth one is, yeah, sixth one we were doing gut und dir auch gut. Danke. Wie alt bist du? Ich bin 12. Tschüss, auf Wiedersehen. So these were the dialogues. You have a email in your book. So how you need to go about the email is see, just the way Ben has written the email, you have to frame the email in that way only, and just add enclose the email in a box, and at the end you will write Viele Grüße, which is regards and Ben. So this was the chapter all about. You can practice questions from the workbook as well.